Olavaryo. Okay, present ako nandiyan. Wala. Ronan. Perdon.
Present po, sir.
Reyes.
Present po.
Rivera. DJ.
Present po.
Sunga. Eset. Eset. Sunga. Wala pa?
Present, sir.
Hardly. Bumibili pa ng pandesal.
Present po, sir. Tapos na po.
Tanged.
Present, sir.
Kabilin. Regis. Kabilin. Nakita ko nag-left na si Regis Kabilin. Angeles. Isabel. Isabel, wala pa?
Present po.
Arellano. Letea.
Present po.
Ista. Risha. Risha. Wala. Kulada. Ana.
Present po.
El Rosario. Yan. Wala. Turoy. Abre. Claire.
Present po.
Geronimo. Charlotte.
Present po.
Gonzales. Diana.
Present po.
Ashley. Hasildo.
Present po.
Jacob. Sela. Grisela. Jacob. Marquez. Daniela. Martinez. Ivan.
Present po.
Mark. Peña. Morales. Kayla. Natividad. Hailey.
Yes, I'm present.
Aro. Rihanna.
Present po.
Paz. Christine. Rosemary. Pepe.
Present po.
Tal Perez. Angel Pore.
Present po.
Angel Nanos. Okay, sino ang nandiyan na hindi ko na-check yung attendance, yung bagong dating? Just say the name kung sino yung nandiyan.
Ako po.
Pangalan,
Espenya po.
apelido, Osmeña,
Espenya po.
Osmeña. Mark. Okay, sino pa? Yung nandiyan na hindi ko na-check ng attendance, yung kakadating lang. Yes? Apelido?
Ako po, Sir Almeda.
Eda, okay. Meron pa?
Sir, ako po, sir.
Sino? Apelido.
Ako, sir.
Apelido nga, ako siya. Nandito ako sa class record nakatingin. Apelido.
Alinano po, sir.
Alejano?
Opo.
Ano naman Alejano rito ah? Alejano,
Bago po, sir.
bago ka. Bago.
Yes po.
Bago yan? Bago lang yan. Wala, hindi ako na-inform. I-chat mo yung full name mo. Para maidagdag sa listahan. Nasaan na? Check your full name. Si Alejandro. Si Alejandro.
Sa-chat ko, sir. Sa-chat ko po.
Kurt Alinano. Ayan. Oh, wala na record. Ilan ka dumating? First quarter ba? Nandito ka na?
Wala pa po, sir.
Okay lang. Sige, cut mo full name mo. Nang madagdag sa class record.
Sige po, sir.
Okay, so let us now start. So, last time, of course, so meron tayong lesson. So, meron tayong lesson pinanood nyo. So, before that we start to our lesson for today, of course, so I just want to remind everybody na if we have video lesson katulad nung nakaraan, I just want you to focus kasi yun talaga yung lesson na pag-aaralan natin on that day. Sana may natutunan kayo. I do believe na meron sa inyo na talagang nakapokus at nakikinig dun sa lesson natin. Pero meron din ako nakikita that they are not taken seriously kung ano yung kanilang pinapanood para may matutunan. Okay, so for that, I just want to recall. So what did you remember about the lesson that we had last time? Okay. Quiet. Okay, sige. Recall natin. Ano pang meron last time? So what did we discuss last time? Anybody? Yes, Isabel?
Ano po, sir? Dropping linear inequalities.
Okay, very good. So last time, meron tayong tinatawag na graphing of linear inequalities. So, another? Sino ba? Si Haven? Nagtaas po ng kamay si Haven. Haven? Martinez?
Sir, dinifferentiate po natin yung linear inequalities sa linear
Very good.
inequalities.
Tama. So, nagkaroon din tayo doon ng differentiation about inequalities and the equation. Si Hailey? Natividad? Natividad? How about you? Okay, so recall natin ha, sabi ni Haven, dinifferentiate natin yung inequalities at yung equation. Sabi ni Isabel, meron tayong graphing the linear inequality. Okay, so now, since we study about differentiating inequalities and equation, as I recall for that, ano bang pagkakaiba ng equation sa inequality? Okay, so anybody from the class? So, ano pagkakaiba? Pag sinabi natin equation, what is that? How will you describe that? Pag sinabi natin inequality, how will you describe that? Will?
Yes, Sir Bob.
Yes, so how do you differentiate equation and inequality?
Solid po siya kapag may kapag yung greater than at less than may line po sa baba. Pag broken naman po, wala naman po siyang line sa may greater than at less than po.
Yun, tama yun.
At
Tama
tapos
rin.
ang magiging linya po, straight lang po pag solid. Pag
Solid.
broken po, putol-putol po.
Okay. Tama rin yung sinabi ni Luila about yung kay Apore, Pilin. Pilin? Ore? Nagtaas na kami ngayon sa Pilin. Sabihin ka?
Ano po, sir, naglag?
Naglag. Ayun lang. Tinatanong ko lang kung anong pagkakaiba ng equation sa inequality.
Sir, yung equation po, sir, yung may equal. Tapos yung inequality po, yung may solid line, broken line. Pag greater than or equal. Ganun po.
Okay. So, very good. So, tama naman yun. Okay. So, Esed, ano pang masasabi mo? Esed?
Yes po.
Yes. Ano pang masasabi mo regarding the equation and inequality? What are the important details that you will remind to your classmate para pag pinag-uusapan natin yung equation and inequality, dapat alam din nila?
Ang equation po, yun yung may equal, may balance po lagi dun. Unlike sa inequality, in the word itself, hindi po siya pantay. There is greater or lesser.
Oo. So, yun. Sabi ni Hesed, pag equation, may balance. Equal dapat. Yung nasa left side at nasa right side, equal. Balance daw. Unlike sa inequality, so hindi daw siya balance. Kasi merong greater than, merong less than. Okay, Rihanna.
Sir, pag equation po, may finite of solution. Then, pag inequality, infinite of solution.
Okay, very good. Tama yun, ha? Pag sinabi natin equation, may finite. Ano ba yung sinasabing finite or finite? So, finite. Pwede rin finite, ano? So, some other teacher read that as finite. So, pwede rin namang finite. So, dahil finite lang. So, ngayon, dahil medyo mas saucy na tayo, finite. So, finite solution and infinite solution. Ganun. Okay, so ano ba ibig sabihin nun? Pag sinabi natin finite or finite solution, so meron siyang limited. Limited lang. Pag sinabi kasi natin equal, actually, pag sinabi natin equation, there is only one solution for the equation. Wait lang. Okay. So, pag sinabi natin infinite solution or infinite solution, ito yung solution ng inequality. Bakit? There are two or more. Ibig sabihin madami, hindi lang iisa. Ulitin ko So, katulad ng sinabi ni Rihanna, so, pag equation, the solution that we have, is only one. So, there is one solution. Pagka naman inequality, there is two or more solutions. So, mamaya malilinawan tayo tungkol dyan. Okay? So, ngayon, let us proceed. Paano naman pag pinag-graph yung ating inequality at equation? How will you compare the graph of inequality and also the equation? Kanina, may idea nang ibinigay si Louis regarding dun sa pag-graph natin. Yes, Isabel.
Sir, sa pag-graph po, yung may solution, marami po yung solution set ng inequality. Tapos, naka-shade po yun. Sa equation po, wala po siyang shade. Tapos,
So,
isa lang po yung solution.
Ngayon, sinabi ni Isabel, yun yung pinaka-dapat yung tandaan. Sa graph ng equation, wala tayong makikitang shaded doon. Shaded part. Unlike doon sa inequality natin, meron tayong nakikitang shaded. Bakit? Kasi it indicates that there are many solutions. All the points lying on the shaded region are the solution of inequality. While sa equation, makikita lang natin is a line because only the points lying on a line are the solution of that equation. So, yun. Hindi katulad ng inequality. We shade whether that is upper side or lower side. Pag greater than, upper side ang may shade. Pag lower than ang may shade, that is less than. Okay, tandaan nyo mabuti. Okay, so let us now proceed to our lesson for today. So let me present my screen first, of course. Mag-share screen muna ako. I don't know. May ginagawa ako eh. Okay, wala pa yung screen ko. Hindi pa nakikita? About that. So, nakikita na ba yung screen ko? May share screen na ba ako? Hello?
Opo.
Okay. Okay, so saan na ba yung aking share screen? Ayan, may puti na ba? May puti? Nakita na kayo puti? Okay, so let's check. Nakita na ba yung screen ko? Hello? Anybody? You see my screen?
Opo, sir.
Ano nakikita nyo?
Yes po.
Meron na? Week 2?
Yes,
Ayan. Ayan. So before that we proceed to the next lesson, we're going to discuss this first, yung tinatawag nating system of linear inequalities in two variables. So ano bang ibig sabihin nito? Ang ibig sabihin nito, ito na yung tinatawag nating solution set. Kanina, as what we said, pag sinabi natin equation, there is only one solution. While the inequalities, there are two or more solutions. Again, pag sinabi natin system of linear inequalities, we are finding the solution of the equation or the inequalities. Ano ba yung solution or solution set? Ibig sabihin, pag sinabi natin solution set, this is the points that satisfy or make the equation or inequalities true. Okay, wait lang. Parang may sumasali. Wala na. Yes, Louis, meron ka bang sasabihin? Nagtatas ka ng kamay.
Sir, yung yung sa system of linear inequality po, yung kapag dalawa po yung sasagutan niyo po, pero kapag nag-overshade po yun po, kapan po yan ng solutions po.
Ayan, very good, Duwil. At least meron siyang advanced knowledge. Ingay. Commercial dito sa may commercial dito. Sorry ha. Ingay ha. May ingay dito. Okay, tama. Very good si Duwil. Meron siyang advanced knowledge about system of linear inequality. So, ito, isa si Duwil sa mga natutuwa akong estudyante. So, kahit na medyo marami siyang mga tanong, at least nakikita mo na nag-search siya. Inaalam niya yung mga lesson. Tatanong siya sa akin, sir, ito po ba yung tama po ba to? Ibig sabihin, meron siya talaga naglalaan siya ng oras sa pag-aaral niya. So, nagsisearch siya sa mga YouTube. Sana yung iba rin, sana all, ganun lang ginagawa. Para at least, kahit paano, may mga katanungan man kayo, unti-unti, medyo nalilinawan kayo. Bakit? Kasi nga, naka-online naman tayo. So, you should maximize the use of internet para lang matulungan din yung sarili nyo na padagdagan pa yung kaalaman maliban sa itinuturo ko. At least meron kayong mga additional information, additional knowledge na nadadagdag when you watch that thing. So maraming sinesend sa akin si Louie ng mga video-video na pinapanood niya. So that is also related. So marami po kayong matututunan doon. So kung hindi kayo mahilig manood ng video, yung mga naman, yung pabook naman siya na binabasa nyo regarding this doon sa lesson natin. Okay, so natutuwa lang ako kay David. Okay, so hindi ko naman sinabing gayahin nyo siya. Pero pwede nyo siyang gayahin. Di ba? Okay, again, tama yung sinabi ni David sa linear inequalities. Meron tayo ditong graph na pagka nag-overlap yun yung solution natin. Ngayon, tignan natin. Ito, pag sinabi natin, as what I said, pag sinabi natin system of linear inequalities, we are finding the solution set. Look at the graph here. So, mapapansin nyo, meron tayong equation. Y is equal to 2x plus 2. Nakikita nyo ba? Ayan, no? Y is equal to 2x plus 2. Tsaka y is equal to x minus 1. So, that is equation, di ba? Baka magtaka kayo. Eh, bakit equation yan? Inequalities yung ating pinag-aaralan. So, what I said, the equation can be converted also inequalities by simply replacing the equal sign by inequality symbol. And what are the inequality symbol? That is the greater than, the less than, the greater than or equal to, or less than or equal to. Yan yung mga inequality symbol natin. So to make it inequalities, to make it inequalities, just simply replace the equal sign. Halimbawa, gagawin natin, y is equal to greater than 2x plus 2. O di naka-inequality na tayo, di ba? The same lang. Sir, bakit equal lang nilagay dyan? Same lang din naman kasi. In terms of solution or how to solve this, the same lang. Yun nga lang pagkakaiba, sabi ko nga, di ba? Pag equation, there's only one solution. Look at this. Look at the graph. Yung red line natin, tsaka yung blue line natin. When we graph it, what happened? What happened to the graph? How do you describe the graph?
Like intersect, sir.
Nag-intersect. Tama yun. At what point? At what point siya nag-intersect?
Negative 3 and negative 4, sir.
Negative 3 and negative 4. Tama. Negative 3 and negative 4. So, ayan. So, yung point na yan ay tinatawag na solution set. Bakit? Bakit siya tinawag na solution set of system of the equation? Kasi, yung point na yan, that is the only point that make the equation true. Or that is the only point that satisfy y is equal to 2x plus 2 and also y is equal to x minus 1. Silang dalawa na satisfy. Patunayan natin. O, sabi natin, ang ating point is negative 3 and negative 4. And as you observe, sabi nga natin, that point is always ordered pairs. Ano yun? X and y. So meaning, kung ipapatunayan natin, halimbawa, y is equal to 2x plus 2. Let's prove by solving. Ano yung y? Negative 4. Base lang. Negative 4 is equal to 2. What is x? Negative 3. then plus 2. Solve natin. Okay, so negative 4 equal, what is 2 times negative 3?
Negative 6.
Yes, correct. Negative 6 plus 2. Now, we have negative 4 is equal to, what is negative 6 plus 2?
Negative 4.
Negative 4. Okay, as you observe, the point satisfy y is equal to 2x plus 2. Tama, it make this statement true. Or it make the equation true. Tama siya, di ba? Tama ba na negative 4 is equal to negative 4? Is that true?
Yes po, sir.
Yes, di ba? Okay, ngayon try naman natin itong y is equal to x minus what? Try naman natin. Ano nga uli value ng y? Replace natin. What is the value of y? Hello? Ito yun, no? Ito pa rin yung ginagamit natin kasi yan lang yung point natin. What is the value of y?
Negative 3 po.
4.
Negative
4.
4. Negative 4. Yun, no? X and y yun. Equals, anong value ng x? Negative 3 minus what? Negative 4 equals, what negative? Negative 3 and negative 1. What will you do?
Positive 4 po.
Combine. Similar term yan eh. How do you add like terms, integers? Add the number and copy the sign. Do not forget the rules of integers. So negative 3, negative 1, they are both negative. What you need to do is to combine. Combine. So ang sagot ay negative 4. Okay, so make the statement true. As you observe, we have 1 point only, 1 point, but it satisfies both equation. Both. Alin? Ito ang ating blue line natin, kaya yung red line natin. Yung sa blue line natin is y is equal to x minus 1. Sa red line natin is y is equal to 2x plus 2. They satisfy both equation. That is the only point, negative 3 and negative 4, that will satisfy both equation. Bakit? Kasi doon sila nag-intersect. Ayan yung tinatawag natin solution set. Yan yung tinatawag natin system of linear inequalities or equation in two variables, which is we are finding the solution set by graphing. So by graphing lang. So i-graph natin yan, and then kung saan siya nag-intersect, yun yung ating solution set. Ngayon, sa inequalities, makikita nyo, tulad ng sinabi kanina ni Luwin, merong overlapping ng shaded region. Okay, so let us proceed. For this lesson, you will be finding the solution set of system of linear inequalities in two variables, same as the system of linear equation. Again, same. Ano lang pinagkaiba? Sa inequalities, may shaded, di ba? As what I said a while ago, sa equation line lang yung makikita natin. But the same lang kung paano natin yan hahanapin. Okay, the system of linear inequalities can be solved graphically. So, kailangan lang natin i-graph yan. Halimbawa, look at this. Match the inequalities to the graph. Learning task 1. Sagutan muna natin. Halimbawa, ito, i-graph na natin. Tandaan nyo muna, ito, meron tayong dapat tandaan. Yung laging sinasabi ni Louis. Kapag ka broken line, ang sign natin dyan ay greater than. Kapag solid line, ang sign natin dyan ay greater than or equal to. O yung merong underline or underscore dun sa ilalim. Okay? So, ang basa doon ay it's either greater than or equal to or less than or equal to. Depende ha. Kaya meron tayong broken tsaka solid line. Okay, let us match. Alin kaya ang graph ng y is greater than x minus 5? A, B, or C?
Si sir.
Yes. What? Letter?
Si po.
Si po, sir.
Letter C. Letter C, sabi. Y is greater than x minus 5. So, that is letter B. Letter B. Sir, paano? Kasi meron tayo tinatawag na, try natin, tingnan natin. paano natin mahanap kung alin? Para mahanap natin, tignan muna natin, ha? Para mahanap natin, sabi nga, pwede natin i-try it. Kuhain natin yung ordered pairs. Ano kaya yung ordered pairs nito? So, para ma-ordered pairs natin yan, dalawa. Dalawa lang. Una, let x is equal to 0. Pangalawa, y is equal to 0. Okay. So, ayan. Solve natin. Kung ang x ay 0, ibig sabihin, y is greater than negative 5.
Sir, may test point po ba?
Ha?
Test point po yung 0, 0 po. Test point po.
Hindi. Ano to? X and Y intercept to. Kumukuha tayo ng ordered pairs. Kumukuha tayo ng ordered pairs. Ibig sabihin, kapag ang X ang 0, ang Y ay negative 5. So, ang ordered pairs natin, dito sa una, ay 0 and negative 5. Ayan. So, may ordered pairs tayo. Ngayon, check naman natin. What if kung Y ang 0? Y ay 0. So, again, this equation na to, 0 greater than x minus 5. Okay? So, ngayon, meron tayo, lilipat natin yung 5 doon. So, magiging 5 is greater than negative or greater than x. O, balik na rin natin. X is greater than 5. Okay. So, ayan. So, ngayon, meron tayong 5. Ang next natin is 5 and 0. Okay, so pag in-wrap natin yan, tama, ito, saka ito. Ibig sabihin, C. Yung number 1 natin, C ang graph niya. Ayan yung sagot. Okay, so, paano natin nanap yan? So, kung babalikan niyo yung topic natin sa nung first quarter, yung finding the x and y intercept, we let x is equal to 0 to find y intercept. And we let y 0 to find the x-intercept kung babalikan niyo yung first quarter lesson natin. Okay? So therefore, yung number 1 natin, ang graph natin ay C. So, by simply finding the ordered pairs. Kasi sabi nga, no, in order to find the graph of the inequalities in an equation, ordered pairs is very important. Bakit? Yan kasi yung pagbabasihan natin in order to graph the inequalities of and the equation. So, ordered pairs. Ngayon, tingnan natin number 2. Ano yung graph ng number 2? Ito,
Letter A, sir.
Letter
A po.
Bakit?
A po,
Sir,
sir.
may
Kasi
tanong
po,
po ako.
straight line po, sir.
Yeah. Yes, doon muna tayo sa may tanong. Sino may tanong?
Ako po, sir.
Yes.
Si Angeles. Ano, sir? Bakit ganon?
Yes.
Di ba po sa number 2, pares po, ay, tama po yung graph na sa letter B. Pero bakit po broken? Tapos yung sign po greater than or equal to.
Sa number 2. Ang graph ng number 2 ay letter A. Oh, yes? Hindi siya. Ang graph ng number 3 ay letter B. Yan. Broken. Bakit kaya? Sa number 2, madaling i-identify kung bakit naging A. Kasi, makita nyo, solid yung line. Paano natin malalaman if the line is solid? Ito, look at the symbol here. Ano pansin nyo? Anong basa sa symbol na yan?
Greater than or equal to.
Ayun. So, pag may equal to, automatic ang line natin ay solid. Always remember that. Kapag ka ganito lang, wala siyang equal to, wala siyang ganyan, mapansin nyo, ang line natin ay broken. Nakuha ba? Yun yung technique. So, ibig sabihin, pagka merong equal to o yung underline dun sa ilalim, automatic ang magiging graph niya ay solid. Kaya makikita na natin sa graph kung alin ma-identify natin, alin pa ang solid dito at alin ang broken. Okay, nakuha ba?
Opo, sir.
Ayun. So, dun pa lang sa sign, sa symbol pa lang, ma-identify nyo na, ito solid to. Ito yung graph nito. Ito broken to. So ngayon, siyempre, dahil marami sila, pwede kayong maghanap ng ordered pair. Paano? By letting x is equal to 0. Dalawa palagi, You cannot graph the inequalities only 1 point. Hindi pwede. Dapat dalawa. Kaya una, yung x muna ang gawin natin 0. Pag nakuha yun, makuha natin yung first ordered pair. Ito. Pangalawa, yung y natin ang gawin natin 0. Makuha niya yung second ordered pair. Ang tawag yan, y-intercept tsaka x-intercept. Okay? So, pwede na natin i-graph ngayon yan. Okay? So, let's proceed. Halimbawa, the solution of system of linear inequalities are the points or set of ordered pairs. Tandaan nyo, ayan yun ha. Ito, mapapansin nyo, yung may mga shaded part na to, yan yung solution set. Lahat ng points na nasa shaded part, yan yung tinatawag nating solution set. Okay, kasama yon. Dito sa case ng letter A, lahat ng points na nasa line included. Ibig sabihin, solution set pa rin siya. Unlike dito sa letter B, lahat ng points na nandito sa broken line are not included. Hindi siya kasali. Okay? Bakit? Kasi broken nga siya. Hindi siya kasali. Okay, tandaan niyo yan, ha? Okay, eto. Look at this. Find the solution set of the system of inequalities. Ito yun. Paano? Halimbawa, yung number 1. How are we going to find the solution set of that? First, kailangan natin i-graph yan. At para ma-graph natin yan, kailangan natin ng ordered pairs. Yan. Una, itong y is greater than x plus 3. Pangalawa, itong y is less than or equal to negative 2x plus 4. Okay, here's the solution. Look at this. Ayan. Una, we let x is equal to 0. If we let x is equal to 0, then y is equal to 3. Okay, pinakita ko na kanina yan, ha? Paano sinolve yan, sir? Ito. Okay, halimbawa, if x is equal to 0, from this equation, y is less than or equal to 0 plus 3. Kaya, y is less than or equal to 3. O ngayon, yun yung 3, oh. Nakuha ba? Nasundan ba? Hello? Nasundan ba?
Yes po, sir.
Ha? Ayun, oh, sinolve ko lang, oh. Ito yung equation. Yung x, pinalitan ko ng 0. Ito yung x, eh. Kasi nga, x is equal to 0. Then, ngayon, paano pag y is equal to 0? Oh, okay, y is equal to 0. Again, ito, gagawin ko namang 0 yung y. 0 less than or equal to x plus 3. Plus 3. Ayan. So, ngayon, dahil 0 na yun, wala na yun. Lilipat ko yung x dito. Magiging negative x is less than or equal to 3. Dahil negative to, multiply ko sa negative 1 para maging positive. Negative times negative is positive. Then, positive times negative is negative 3. Kaya yun, makita nyo naman ngayon. Ang second ordered pairs natin ay negative 3 and 0. Ayan, kapag y is equal to 0, ang x natin is negative 3. Nasundan ba? Tandaan niyo palagi, bakit ko minultiply to? If you're going to ask, bakit sir minultiply sa negative 1? Kasi dapat laging positive yan. Yung variable natin, kung x man yan or y, dapat positive yan. Okay? And hindi lang naman yung x ang minultiply ko, kundi pati yung 3, kaya naging negative 3. That's the rule. You always make that positive. Yes, question? Nasusundan pa ba ako?
Apa.
Ayan. Okay, ngayon. Nakuha na natin yung mga ordered pairs. Ito yung mga ordered pairs. So, ang graph na nito ay ito. Okay, makita nyo. Makita nyo, that is less than or equal to. Pansinin nyo yung line natin, solid line yung nakikita natin yan. Ayan, yung line natin. Solid line. Okay, and then dahil less than yan, ang may graph natin, ang may shade natin ay yung sa baba. Did you get the point? Less than. Ang may shade natin ay baba. Kasi mas mababa daw. Less than. Ngayon, ito naman pangalawa, ang graph naman nito ay ito. So, nakuha na natin. At mapapansin nyo, dahil yan ay greater than, ang may shade natin ay yung taas. So, ito baba. Eh, sir, ba't may shade din to? Hindi yan. Ano lang yan? Typo lang yan. Pero mapansin nyo, ito yung mas matingkad na nasa taas. Ang shaded region. Ang shaded part natin. Okay? Naintindihan? Nasusundan pa ba ako? Okay, ngayon, na-graph na, ito yung graph niya sa first inequalities, sa second inequalities, and ito. And to find the solution set of that inequalities, ang gagawin lang, i-graph natin yan sa isang Cartesian tree. Yung mag-overlap sila. Tignan nyo, ito yung number 1, ito yung graph niya, ito halimbawa, ito yung graph niya, yung nasa baba. Ayan, sishadean ko ng kulay pula. Ayan, yung may shade ng kulay pula. Ayan. Okay. At pansin natin, maglalagay ako dito ng line. Ayan. Solid. Ngayon, pansinin mo naman, yung pangalawang graph ay ito. Yung pangalawang graph, ayan. Solid. Ngayon, pansinin mo naman, yung pangalawang graph ay ito. Yung pangalawang graph ay ito. Sishadean ko naman ngayon yan ng kulay blue. Ayan. Yung pangalawang graph, may shade na kulay blue. Ayan. At yung line niya, yan. Okay. Nag-overlap ha. Ito yan ha. Yung dalawang graph na nasa taas, pinag-graph lang natin sa isang Cartesian tree. At yan ay sinasabi ni Gawin, nag-overlap sila. Anong ibig sabihin yan? Ang ibig sabihin yan, pansinin nyo, dito sa blue, may mapapansin kayo na shaded part, na blue lang siya talaga. Nakuha nyo? Wala siyang red. Dito naman sa red, meron din shaded part na red lang siya talaga. Wala siyang blue. Pero, merong shaded part na merong blue tsaka red. Red. Tama ba? Lahat ng mga papunta rito. Yan, papunta pa yan doon. Yan. Lahat ng part na yan. Yan. Lahat ng part na nandyan na nakapasok dito sa dalawang line na to dahil dyan sila nag-overlap. Lahat ng points that will lie on that shaded region are the solution set. Ano ibig sabihin nun? All points will satisfy both linear inequality. Naiintindihan ba yung sinasabi ko? Hello? May kausap pa ba ako dyan?
Yes po.
Ayan. Ano pang ibig sabihin ni sir? Na lahat ng points na nandito will satisfy both inequalities. Halimbawa, kapag dito tayo kumuha sa part na to, ito, tignan nyo, yung green, yung point, yan, nilalakayan ko na, yan. Diyan tayo kumuha na point. Yung point na yan, masasatisfy niya lang yung inequalities ng blue line, but not the red line. Samantalang, pag dito naman tayo kumuha ng points, dito sa part na to, masasatisfy niya lang ang inequalities ng red line, but not the blue line. Pero kapag dito tayo kumuha sa part na to, sa may shade na to, they satisfy both the inequality, either the red line or the blue line. Naiintindihan niyo yung punto? Did you get the point of what I'm trying to say?
Yes, sir.
Ayun, yung tinatawag natin. Yan yung solution. Many. Hindi siya iisa lang. Bakit? Kasi nga many. Lahat ng points. At kadaming points na makikita natin dyan. They are all solution set. Yan ang pagkakaiba sa equation. Sa equation kasi, di ba, kung saan lang nag-intersect. Dito lang sa point ng line. Isa lang siya. Pero sa inequality, hindi. Ano yun? Lahat ng may shaded kasali. There are the solutions. Okay, sayin natin ito. This point makes the inequality true. Sabihin, lahat ng yan. Ito, yung test point natin. 0, 0. Yung origin. Saan pa matatagpuan? Yun? Test point, 5, 2. Ayan. Pwede kayong mag-test point. Paano yung test point? Kukuha kayo ng point dito. Halimbawa, kuha ka ng point dito. Ayan. Ibig sabihin yan, hindi yan solution set ng kahit na anong line. Bakit? Wala nga siyang shaded eh. Hindi siya shade ng blue or hindi siya shade ng red. Di ba? So, ibig sabihin, walang-wala. Mali talaga yan. Okay? So, ayan ha. The portion where the two graphs overlap. Ito, tignan nyo ito. Basahin ito ha. Ito. The portion where the two graphs overlap is the solution set of the two inequalities. Meaning any point on the region will satisfy both inequalities. Ayan, sinabi ko na kanina yan, di ba? Like ordered pairs 4, 2, 5, negative 3, 6, 2, 7, and negative 2 are points that belong to the solution set. Pansin nyo, napakadami, di ba? Okay, so solution number 2, ganun din. The same lang din. So kukuha kayo ng x and y intercept. So meron tayo dito ordered pairs na 0 and negative 1, tsaka 1 and 0. Pero dun sa y is greater than, or sa y is less than or equal to 2, there is no x-intercept. Ibig sabihin yan, ang slope niya ay pantay, 0. So ibig sabihin, dahil wala siyang x-intercept, ang graph niya ay diretso lang. Ito, nasa baba. Ngayon, titignan natin dyan kung saan nag-overlap. Saan siya nag-overlap? Ito lang, dito, yung may nakalagay na solution of two inequalities. So, iyan lang yun. Yan yung kanyang solution set. And the other points that is not lying on the overlapping of the graph ay hindi solution set. Okay. Nasundan ba yung sinabi ko?
Yes po.
About finding the solution set?
Opo.
Opo, sir.
Kung merong tanong, wag mahihiyang magtanong. Okay, so yun din yun. Solution number 3, the same lang din. Again, hahanap kayo ng x and y intercept, ha? So try to recall, paano hinahanap yung x and y intercept? Madali lang naman, you let x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0. You always need ordered pairs to graph the equation. Lagi natin kailangan. At pwede na, para mas madali, x and y intercept na lang. Then solve. Okay, so ayan, tignan nyo to. Meron dark region, di ba? Yung dark region is the overlapping part of the two shaded region ng inequalities. At syempre, yung overlapping part na yan ay tinatawag natin solution set. Kahit anong point, any point that you choose in this dark shaded region will satisfy. O ano bang ibig sabihin ng satisfy? Ang ibig sabihin niyan, they make the inequality true. Tandaan nyo, ha? Sinabing they satisfy, ginawa niyang totoo yung ating inequalities. Okay, so ayan, yan, learning task na yan, kaya nyo na yan. Okay, so we're now proceeding to relation and function, but before that, if you have any clarification about how to find the solution set of inequalities, you can ask question. Meron bang gustong itanong? Hello? Wala naman?
Sir,
Yes?
sir, dun po sa converting equation into inequality, paano po malalaman na tama yung sign na ginagamit?
Paano malalaman nyo? Okay lang naman. Kahit anong sign naman na gamitin mo. If you want to convert lang naman. Halimbawa, ginamit mo greater than. So, mangyayari lang naman ang isi-shade mo yung taas. Kapag less than naman yung ginamit mo, ang isi-shade mo yung baba. Okay, gets?
Gets po, sir. Thank you.
Oo. Yun lang naman yung, kumbaga, yung hint na dapat natin tandaan. Kung greater than yung gagamitin ko, dapat ang isi-shade ko. Kasi inequalities na ito, ang isi-shade ko yung taas. Kung less than yung gagamitin ko, dapat ang isi-shade ko yung baba. Okay. Another question?
Sir, question po.
Yes, sige.
Sir, di ba po meron pong times na kailangan na mapapalitan po yung sign kapag i-divide po siya?
Yes. Di ba pagka inilipat natin? Halimbawa, ganun din sa equal sign. Kasi nga, pinalitan lang natin. Halimbawa, ito. Look at this. So, meron tayong y is equal to x plus 2. Diba? Halimbawa, sinold natin yan. Kapag nilipat natin yung x, magiging negative x plus y equals 2. Ganun din naman. Kung halimbawa, gagawin natin y is greater than x plus 2, same lang. Pag nilipat natin yung x, ganun din, negative x plus y greater than 2. Same lang. Diba? Ano lang nangyari? Napalitan lang yung equal ng inequalities. Pero yung process na nilipat natin, napalitan yung sign, the same lang din. Yes? Another question? Nasagot ko ba yung tanong? Do you have a question? Hello? Narinig pa ba ako?
Apo.
Okay na. Okay, so let us now proceed to relation and function. So are you familiar for the word relation? And also, in function? Sinabi natin relation. What is that? Anybody from the class? Ano ba ibig sabihin ng relation? What is relation? Do you have any idea about relation? Meron na ba sa inyong may relation? Ha?
Sir, connected po.
Yes, connected. Tama yun, di ba? Pag sinabi natin relation, how do two objects, two concepts, or two persons are connected to each other? Halimbawa, how are you connected with your brother? Ano, di ba? So, how about function? What is that? Ano yung function? Function. Yeah, anybody? Luwil, do you have any idea about function? What is function? I remember that you are asking about relation and function. If we're going to study about relation and function, so
Sir, yung relation po, dinubuo po siya ng domain and range po.
Okay, very good. So, yan sinasabi ko, meron talagang advanced
Sir,
idea, ano?
binubuo po siya ng...
Ano pa? Tama yun. What naman relation and function are composed of...
Tapos ano po, tapos may number po, depende, ay ano po, kapag nasunan po ng number po, means domain po yung pag nasahulian po, range po, kaya dalawa lang po number po doon.
Ayan, very good, okay? Meron siyang advanced knowledge, ano? Pero let us talk the function first. The word function itself. Para rin maintindihan natin yung domain tsaka range na sinasabi ni Lubin, ano? Kanina sinabi relation is how do they connect to each other. So, tama rin yun.
May special purpose po yung function.
Yan, tama. Tama. Which is purpose. Ano bang purpose o function? Pwede rin yan. Pag sinabi natin function, how do it works? Diba? How do it works? Okay, for example, ayan, sa PMA 7 merong bagong palabas. Okay, so, ito yung pamagat nun. Yung kay Dennis Trillo. Ano yung kay Dennis Trillo? Nakikita nyo ba sa commercial yun? Kung nanonood akong balita, pag nagpo-commercial, napapanood ko yun. Yung bita si Dennis Trillo eh. Ano ba palabas yun? Yes, anybody? Sino nanonood ng TV kan?
Yung alin po, sir?
Kung ano yung palabas ni Dennis Trillo? GMA 7. Yung ipapalabas, yung pinipreview ng GMA pagka-commercial.
Yung asawa, sir?
Yun, yung meron siyang asawa. Ilan asawa niya doon?
3.
Halimbawa, meron tayo tinatawag na si Dennis. Meron siyang 3 asawa. Sino yung mga yun? Sino yun? Hindi alam.
Bianca Umali.
Yes, si Bianca. Sino pa? Si Andrea. Saka si Alex Dixon. Ayan. So, si Dennis, meron siyang Bianca. Meron siyang Andrea. And meron siyang Alex. Okay. So, yan. What do you think is that? Is that relation or function?
Relation po.
Relation.
Pwede kaya siya maging function? Does the relation works or consider be a function?
Hindi po.
Okay. Tignan natin, ha? Sabi nga natin, kanina sabi ni Luwil, meron tayong tinatawag na domain. At meron tayong tinatawag na abscissa. Ayan. May domain tayo. We consider that Dennis Trillo is the domain. consider that Bianca, Andrea, and Alice are the abscissa. Or not abscissa pala, domain, range pala. Kasi ang domain and abscissa is iisa lang yan. Domain is considered abscissa. While ito naman, si Bianca, si Andrea, ay tinatawag natin range. Range. O yung tinatawag natin ordinate. Natin. Yan, ha? So, range is also the ordinate. Domain is known as the abscissa. Range is known as the ordinate. Or in other words, in the simple way, itong abscissa natin ay yung tinatawag na x value. At yung ordinate natin ay tinatawag na y value. Ganun lang kasimple. Sa ating ordered pairs x and y, meron tayong tinatawag na domain at meron tayong tinatawag na range. Ayan lang yon. In a simple understanding. Okay? Tandaan mabuti yan, ha? Okay. Ano nga ba to? Relation. Ano nga ba yung relation? Ayan na yun. Nandito na tayo. Now, there are several ways to show relation and function. Okay. Katulad nito, arrow diagram. Katulad nung kay Dennis kanina, kay Andrea, kay Bianca, at kay Alice. Okay. So, paano natin malalaman? Meron tayong domain at meron tayong range. Okay? So, sa number 1 example, there are 2 elements in the domain that correspond to only one element. Halimbawa, katulad ni Mr. Cruz, tsaka ni Miss De Los Reyes. They are both born on May. Pero we consider that as function. Function pa rin yan. Kahit merong dalawang domain at isang range na. Okay? The correspondence is called many to one. Many to one. Tandaan nyo, ha? Okay? Second example, meron tayong Jane 15, Joy 16, Jane 17. So, every element in the domain is paired only to one element in the range. The correspondence is 1 to 1. Okay, take note. Meron tayong many to 1. Meron tayong tinatawag na 1 to 1. So, if the correspondence or the relation, if the relation is many to 1 and 1 to 1, that is considered a function. Okay? So, number 3. So, there are also more than one element in the domain is paired in only one element in the range. So, ano pa rin yan? Ang tawag pa rin yan ay many to 1. So, many to 1. Pero nakalagay dito ay this is only a relation. So, mali yan. Typographical error yan. Function pa rin yan. Bakit papansin niyo many to 1 yan? So, many to 1 nakalagay. Many to 1. This is not relation, kundi function pa rin. Tandaan nyo, ha? Kung may module kayo dyan, lagyan nyo function pa rin yan. So, alin yung hindi function na kinukonsider na katulad nito na relation lang? Yung katulad nung kay Dennis kanina. Bakit? Kasi ang correspondence nun ay tinatawag na one to many. Anong ibig sabihin nun? Si Dennis, may Andrea na, may Alice pa, saka may Bianca. So, meron siyang one to many. If the correspondence is one to many, then that is considered a relation. Okay. Nakakuha niyo ba yung pagkakaiba?
Sir, paano po ulit?
Again. Babalik si Dennis, ha?
Po, sir, yung anak niyo po eh. Sorry.
Oy, ingay daw. Okay, again, babalikan ko, ha? Okay. Nakita nyo tong tinatawag natin. Ito, ha? Typographical error yan. Bakit kasi nakalagay many to 1? So, pag many to 1, function pa rin ang tawag yan. Ngayon, yung kay Dennis, o di na lang lagay ko. Tapos, meron tayong kay Andrea, kay Bianca, saka kay Alice. Ayan. Ito yung domain natin. Domain. Tapos, ito naman yung range natin. Okay, pansinin niyo yung relation. Ayan. Okay. So, ito'y tinatawag na one to many. Yan. One to many yan. Ano ibig sabihin? There is one domain pair to 3 element of the range. Yan, no? Dennis, Andrea, Dennis, Bianca, Dennis, Alice. Yan yung pagkakaiba. Look at the arrow diagram. Tignan nyo, ha? Ayan. Pagka ganito, ang tawag lang dito ay relation. Yan. Relation lang ang tawag yan. Hindi yan function. Excuse me. Okay. Ito tandaan nyo, ha? All function are relation, but not all relation are function. Nakukuha? Hindi lahat ng relation ay nag-work. Pero lahat ng nag-work ay may relasyon. Tandaan nyo mabuti yan. Ha? Kapag yung dalawang yun ay nag-work sa isa't isa, they have the relation. Pero hindi ng lahat ng relasyon ay makukonsider natin na magpa-function. Kaya nga naghihiwalay sila, di ba? Okay, so tandaan niyo yan sa ating arrow diagram, ha? Ano yung mga correspondence na dapat natin tandaan? Anybody, magbigay nga ng isa?
Many to one po.
Yes, many to one. Ano pa?
One
One to one.
One to one. Tsaka?
One to many.
One to many. Okay, yung dalawa dyan ay function.
One to one.
That is not a function. Alin yung not function?
One to many po.
Yung one to many. Tandaan niyo yan. Paano malalaman? Yun, no? Tignan niyo sa arrow diagram. If there is a domain, there is one domain that pair to many range in the element, then that is relation. Tandaan niyo yan. One to many, that is not relation. Makikita natin yan dito sa ordered pairs. Okay, tignan niyo sa ordered pairs. Ito, ordered pairs. Ayan. Look at this. Compare nyo dito. I want you to observe set C. What can you say about set C? Yung set C, mag-focus kayo sa set C.
Sir, may ellipse.
Ay?
Ellipse. Yung may dot sa na tatlo.
Okay. Okay. At least napansin niyo yan. Pero, kailangan natin i-observe yung domain tsaka range. Ano nga uli yung domain?
Yung X po.
Yung X value. Yung range?
Yung Y value po.
Ayan. Ito tandaan nyo. In finding if that is function or not, ang i-consider lang natin, pinakahinto ang i-consider lang natin yung domain, not the range. So, hindi tayo masyadong mag-focus sa range. Bakit? Kasi ang pinaka-hint dyan, tignan natin yung domain. Anong pansinin nyo? Look at this. Sa set A, ang domain niya ay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sa set B, ganun din. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Samantalang sa set C, meron tayong 1, 1, 2, 2, and 5. So, nang napansin nyo?
Naulit po yung 1 tsaka po.
Oh, very good. Naulit. Ayan, very good. Yan yung ibig sabihin na one to many. Bakit? Kasi naulit yung domain natin. Diba? Halimbawa, katulad kay Dennis. Halimbawa, meron tayong partner na ito ilalagay natin. Dennis, tsaka Andrea. Tapos, Dennis, tsaka Bianca. Tapos, Dennis, tapos Alice. Oh, ayan. Puro naulit yung domain natin, di ba? D. Naulit. Kaya siya relation lang. Ganyan sa ordered pairs. Tignan nyo, pag naka-ordered pairs, tignan nyo yung domain. Meron ba diyang naulit? Kapag meron magkapareho, ibig sabihin, that is not a function. that is considered the relation. So, the range is the dependent variable. So, ibig sabihin, kaya hindi natin masyado focus sa range kasi dependent variable yan. Nagpapalit yan kada magpapalit ang value ng x. Its value depend upon the value of the domain. Ayan, tandaan nyo yan. Okay, sa table and equation. Ganun din, titignan nyo lang dito. Tignan nyo rito sa ating x value. Meron bang magkakapareho? Meron bang magkapareho? Wala. Ibig sabihin function yan. So yun, to identify whether that is function or relation. Dahil walang magkaparehas na domain, meaning that is a function. The graph is a function. Pag i-graph niyan, makikita nyo that is a function. Walang naulit. Okay? Eto, set of ordered pairs. Tignan natin. Sagutan natin. Ano ang domain natin dito? Is natin. Sabihin nga sa akin.
5, 4, 3.
5, 4, 3, saka 3. Diba? Anong range natin?
4,
4,
2, 1.
3, 2, and 1. Tama ba? Okay, ngayon. Is that relation or function?
Relation po.
Relation, sir.
Relation. Dito lang tayo. Relation tayo. Bakit?
Naulit po yung 3.
Very good. Naulit kasi yung 3. Ngayon, dito tayo. Domain. Tingnan natin. Ano yung mga domain?
Negative 2.
Negative 2.
Negative 1.
Negative 1.
Positive 2. Plus 1.
1. Okay, ang range natin. 3, 3, 1, 1. Okay, is that relation or function?
Relation po.
Relation, bakit?
Function. Ay, relation.
Function po.
Relation or function?
Function.
Function, sir.
Function.
Bakit function?
Ay, function.
Yung
So,
range
wala
lang po
pong
yung
naulit
ulit.
sa domain.
Ayan, function yan. Kahit na may naulit sa range na 3, 3, 1, 1, sa domain naman tayo titingin eh. Meron bang magkapare sa domain? Wala. So,
Wala
function.
po.
Okay, dito tayo. Ano to? Negative 1, 0,
1.
1,
Negative 2.
2, and positive 2. Okay, may naulit ba? Wala. Automatic
Wala.
na function. Oh, di ba? So, ganun lang. To identify whether that is a function or not, just identify if there is a domain na magkaparehas. Kapag meron, ibig sabihin that is a relation. Kapag wala, therefore, that is a function. Okay, nasundan ba?
Opo.
Okay, very good. So, ayan. Look at this. So, given the set of domain, negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, construct and do the following. Okay, gawin nyo na lang yan. Activity yan. Okay, remember that all function are relation but not all relation are function. Ayan, yung sinabi ko kanina, diba? An equation, two variables represent a function. The exponent of the variable are positive integral exponent. Ito, tingnan nyo ito. Isa to sa mga tips na dapat din natin tandaan. Kapag may nakita kayong radical sign sa variable, that is not a function. Bakit? Kasi the exponent is not integer. Yung square root of x, pag nire-write natin yan into exponential form, that is equal to x raised to 1/2. So dahil 1/2 is not a whole number, then that is not a function. Tandaan nyo, may radical sign sa variable, that is not a function. Pero kapag may radical sa number, ito mapapansin nyo, function ang nakalagay. Ano pa? Kapag may negative exponent, that is not a function. So yan, mga dapat tandaan nyo. Ha? Okay, when you talk of function, you commonly use letter F. Bakit? Kasi function nga. So we use F to denote function and X for the variable. However, you can use the other letter. Hindi lang puro X. Pwede tayong gumamit ng iba pang letter. O, A, B, C, D, and so on. All letter in English alphabet can be used. Kung magkakwentuhan kayo, okay dito, nagtaklase ako. Okay, again, as what I said, pwede kayong gumamit ng kahit na anong letter, not only F. Yun nga lang, commonly use yung F kasi ka function. Pero pwede rin tayo gumamit ng P, ng Q, ng G. Pwede yun. Okay, so paano nga ba yan? Tignan nyo itong mabuti, ha? When you say that y is a function of x, you can write that as y is equal to f of x or y is equal to p of x. It is read as of f of x. Yan yung basa niya. Sabihin, pag naglagay ako, halimbawa, maglalagay ako ng, yan. How do you read this? How do you read that?
G of x.
G of x.
Okay, G of x. Halimbawa, pag naglagay naman ako ng basa dyan.
M of x.
M of x. Okay, tama. Okay, tandaan nyo mabuti to. Y is equal to f of x. Kasi magagamit natin yan. Kung sa may mga function tayo, write a function notation form. Ayan, meron kayo niyan. Ano ba? Y is equal to f of x. Ibig sabihin, kung meron tayo nito, y is equal to 3x plus 6. If we're going to write that in function notation form, ang gagawin lang natin, papalitan natin yung y ng f of x. So, ibig sabihin, isusulat natin yan na f of x is equal to 3x plus 6. Ang tawag yan ay function notation. Ano yun? We replace y is equal to f of x. Bakit? Kasi equal naman sila. Sabihin, yung y, f of x din siya. Yung f of x equal siya sa y. Naintindihan? Ibig sabihin, yung f of x natin is also the range. Range din yan. Kasi y siya eh. Nakukuha ba? Hindi nga lang. Kasi ito, yung y is equal to 3x plus 6. Ang tawag yan ay y form o yung slope-intercept form. Tandaan nyo, slope-intercept form. Pero kapag nilagay ko f of x is equal to 3x plus 6, ang tawag yan ay function notation. Function notation. Diba? Pero the same lang yan. Parehas lang sila. Parehas lang sila. Bakit? Kasi nga y is equal to f of x. Pinulat ko lang siya sa function notation. Kung isusulat ko itong function notation sa slope-intercept form, ito yun. Gets nyo?
Opo.
Inaiba lang. Function notation, tsaka y form. Magkaiba lang sila ng form. Yung isa, naka-function notation form. Yung isa, naka-y o naka-slope-intercept form or naka-y form. Naiintindihan ba?
Yes po.
Yung naka-design, halimbawa, parang ganito lang yun siya. Halimbawa, pag sinabing eat, naka-English form. Pag sinabing kain, naka-Tagalog form. Nakuha nyo? Nakuha ba? Diba? Pag eat, naka-English form yung word natin. Pero pag sinabi kong kain, naka-Tagalog form. The same lang siya ng function notation tsaka ng y form. Did you get the point?
Yes, po.
Yes, sir.
Mabuti naman. Okay. So ngayon, paano natin isusulat naman yung ating letter B, negative x plus y minus 1. Ayan, naka-standard form yan. Naka-standard form. So dahil naka-standard form yan, kailangan nating i-convert to y form. To y form natin, yung slope-intercept form. Tandaan nyo, yung slope-intercept ay naka-y form. Pag naka-slope-intercept form na siya, tsaka natin i-function notation. Okay, paano yun? O, simple lang. Etong negative x, lilipat natin sa kabila. Negative 1, lilipat natin sa kabila. Sabihin, meron na tayo, y is equal to, negative yun, magiging positive x na. Negative 1, magiging plus 1. Ayan. O ngayon, lipat naman natin siya sa function notation. Yung y, papalitan ko lang ng f of x equal x plus 1. That's it. Nilipat ko lang into function notation form. Nasundan ba?
Opo.
Yes po.
Okay, di ba? Ganun lang. Kino-convert lang naman sabi. Write the equation into function notation form. So, ganun lang. Pag naka-standard form, tandaan nyo, pag naka-standard form, convert nyo muna to y form o kaya slope-intercept form. Bago nyo siya i-convert ng function notation. Okay, gets? Ayan, no? O, ayan na yung solution, no? Change y to function of x. Kaya naging f of x is equal to 3x. Letter D naman, change the equation to slope intercept 4. Tsaka change sa function notation. O, ngayon, mag-compute naman tayo. Since y is dependent to x, you can find the value of the function given the value of x. Ayan. Bawa, o yung number 1 example, yung function of x, ang basa dito sa number 1, yung f of x, pwede natin basahin niya na function of x, di ba, is equal to 3 of x plus 6. Yan. Find f of 2. Anong ibig sabihin nun? Ang ibig sabihin yan, yung value ng x ay 2. Nasusundan niyo ba yung binabasa ko?
Yes po.
Ayan. Yung letter A. Tignan niyo yung letter A. Letter A. Lakihan ko. O, ayan. Tignan niyo yung letter A. Ayan. Diba? Sabi, given. Yung given, diba? So, yung equation na given. Ngayon, ang sabi, 5f of 2. Anong ibig sabihin? Ang ibig sabihin yan, ang x natin equal sa 2. Kuha niyo? 5, f of negative 3. Ang ibig sabihin niyan, ang x natin equal sa negative 3. O ngayon, ito yung solution. If f is equal to 2, ito na. Ito yung ating function. Papalitan lang natin na yung x natin equal sa 2. So yung x natin, palitan natin ng 2. What is 3 times 2? What is 3 times 2? 6. Therefore, 6 plus 6.
12.
Kaya 12 ang sagot. Ibig sabihin, f of 2 is equal to 12. Anong ibig sabihin yan? So, y. Ibig sabihin yan, y is equal to 12. Bakit? Kasi yung f of x nga equal sa y. Diba? Ano yung ordered pairs niya ngayon? Ang ordered pairs niya, ang x natin ay 2. So, 2. Y natin ay 12. So, ang ordered pairs niya ay 2 and 12. Nakuha ba? Huwag kayong malilito. Kasi yung f of x natin, y din yun. Sinusolve din natin siya. Kaya kung ordered pairs ang hanapin natin, x and y din yun. Kung ang x natin ay 2, ang y natin ay 12. Kasi yun yung nakuha natin value if x is equal to 2. Gets ba?
Yes po.
Ito naman, yung isa. What if x is negative 3? O kapag ang x ay negative 3, ito, yung x daw ay negative 3. So, papalitan lang uli natin itong x na to by negative 3. So, that's why meron tayong 3 times negative 3 is equal to negative 9 plus 6. Ayan. So, negative 9 plus 6, unlike sign, kaya ang sagot ay negative 3. Nakuha ba? So, ibig sabihin, ang y natin dito ay negative 3. So, kung hanapin natin yung ordered pairs natin, ang x natin ay negative 3, ang y natin ay negative 3 din. So, yan yung ordered pairs natin. Ayan. Okay, gets ba?
Yes po.
Ayan. Pag may question na yung iba, baka nabibilisan, hindi na intindihan, huwag na mahiya. Para at least, wag tayo matapos, naiintindihan nyo yung ating lesson today. Okay. You have question?
Sir,
Yes.
tungkol po dun sa may domain and range.
Yes.
Paano po i-relate dyan sa function notation?
The function notation, yun. Yung domain natin is the value of x. And the range natin is the value of y. Yung idea lang naman ng domain and range. Ano ba yung domain? X value yan. Ano yung range? Y value yan. Okay? Kanina, di ba sinabi ko? Na yung ating domain ay abscissa. At yung ating abscissa ay the x value. Yung ating range is the ordinate. Ang ating ordinate ay y value. That is how we relate that in function notation. Okay? Ayan. Katulad nito, tingnan nyo. Here's another example. Find f of 5. So, pansin nyo na yung x natin dito ay pinalitan lang ng 5. Lahat ng x, pinalitan ng 5. So, nakuha natin, may computation, nakakuha ng 95. Ano nga uli yung x? 5. So, ano yung value ng y? 95. Kasi nakuha natin So, how about kung yung ating function or relation ay nakagraph? Kasi meron tayong graph ng relation tsaka function. Paano natin malalaman if the given graph is a function and relation? Ito naman. Ito. For graphs, you can use the vertical line test. Tignan nyo, may mga following graphs tayo dito, tatlo. How do you describe the graph? Tignan nyo yung mga graph. How would you describe that?
Hindi straight line yung iba.
Merong
May
straight line.
parabola.
Yes, tama. May
Hindi,
parabola.
sir.
At merong circle.
Walang
Diba?
straight, ay,
Merong
konti lang
circle.
yung ano.
Meron talagang
So,
mga
yung
ganyan.
pangatlo po parang parabola po.
Oo. Pangatlo, parabola talaga yan. Hindi parang. Parabola talaga ang tawag yan. Okay. So, eto. Ngayon, kung may mga graph na ganyan, para malaman natin if that is a function or not, pwede tayong mag-apply ng vertical line test. Ang ibig sabihin ng vertical, line na patayo. Tanya yan, ha? If you draw a vertical line to the graph and intersect the graph in 2 or more points, then the graph is not a graph of a function. Yun, malalaman na natin yan. Pag halimbawa, graph lang nakalagay na ganyan. Tapos tinatanong, is this a graph of a function or not? Tuwa tayo ng vertical line test. Bawa, gagawa ako ng vertical line sa kahit saan dyan. Yan, vertical line. Gawa ako ng kahit saan dyan. Gagawa ako ng vertical line. Titignan ko kung mag-intersect siya ng 2 or more points. Dahil wala naman ako nakitang nag-intersect ng 2 or more points. Ibig sabihin, sabi dito, the graph is a function. There is only one point of the intersection between the graph and the vertical line. Pero dito sa pangalawa, mapansin mo, pag nagawa tayo dito ng vertical line test, mapapansin nyo, eto, nag-intersect siya dyan, nag-intersect siya dito. The graph is not a function. The vertical line intersect the circle in 2 points. Kuha? Okay, dito naman sa pangatlo, naggawa ko dito, isa lang. Naggawa ko dito, isa lang din. Ibig sabihin, function pa rin yan. Okay? So that is the purpose of vertical line test. Kung graph lang yun dyan, gawa tayo ng vertical line test. Kapag nag-intersect sa dalawa, ibig sabihin, that is not graph of a function. Kung hindi naman, isa lang siya nag-intersect, ibig sabihin, that is graph of a function. As simple as that. Naintindihan ba yun?
Sir, pwede po paulit.
Ulit. Okay, again, sa vertical line test, gagawa lang tayo ng vertical line. Kapag nag-intersect yung vertical line natin sa graph, asa ba? Una, ito yung graph, di ba? Kapag nag-intersect siya ng dalawa, ibig sabihin, hindi siya function. Dahil isang beses lang siya nag-intersect doon sa graph na yun, ibig sabihin, function siya. Samantalang dito, yung graph natin ay circle. Ayan. So, nag-vertical line test tayo. Dalawa. Isa, dalawa. 2 points siya nag-intersect. Ibig sabihin, hindi siya graph ng function. Dito, mapapansin natin, nag-vertical line test tayo. Isa lang din. Dito lang. Vertical line test tayo dito. Isa lang din. Ibig sabihin, graph siya ng function. Wala ba?
So, sir, question. So, dun po sa may circle, ang tawag po dun, relation lang.
Yes, tama. That is a graph of a relation.
Okay.
Okay, ano pa? Kasi hindi siya function. Ano ibig sabihin ng hindi function? Relation lang. That is not graph of a function. Ibig sabihin, that is a graph of relation. Okay? Another. Ayan. So ngayon, how do we denote that? How do we denote that? So from this graph, you will determine the domain and the range. Paano natin malalaman yung domain and the range? Simple lang. We can denote that. Ito, ano yun? The first graph is a line that can be extended in both directions. Thus, the domain is the set of all real numbers. So as the range, you can write it in a form of, yan, domain is equal to x such that x belongs to the real number. Yung symbol na to, basta dyan ay belongs to the real number. Ito naman yung real number. Okay? Yung x plus x, ang basa doon is set of all x such that x is element of a real number. Ganon din yung range natin. Bakit? Kasi wala siyang ano eh. wala siyang limit. Mapapansin nyo, double-headed arrow yan. Ibig sabihin yan, nag-e-extend pa. Unlike dito sa graph ng circle, tignan nyo yung sa graph ng circle. Meron siyang limit. Hanggang dito lang, hanggang dito lang, hanggang dito lang, hanggang dito lang. Ibig sabihin, limited lang. Ito yung sinasabing panay. Diba? So, meron siyang hangganan. Ano lang yung mga value ng x? Hanggang dito lang. Yung value ng x, ito, hanggang dito lang, hanggang dito lang. Dito kung papansin ninyo, ano yung mga possible value ng x dito? So, kung susulat natin yung mga possible value ng x dito, depende ha. Halimbawa, kapag ang symbol ay greater than or equal to, ibig sabihin, included tong negative 3 dito. Okay, susulat ko. Negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0, then 1, 2, and 3. So, yan yung x value. Kapag ka, ito yung symbol. Kapag ka naman ang symbol ay, di ba, greater than lang, ang value ng x natin ay negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, and 2. Okay. Nakuha nyo? Ano napansin nyo? Hindi kasama yung
3.
negative 3 kasi wala siyang equal to. Okay, so yan na yan. So ngayon, paano natin isusulat yan? Pwede natin isulat yan yung value ng x. Na ibig sabihin ng value ng x. Listen, ganito. Domain is equal to x such that x is, pwede natin sabihin, negative 3 less than or equal to x is less than or equal to 3. Tignan yung pagkakaiba. Ayan. Kapag ito nakalagay sa atin, tignan yung symbol. Meron siyang equal to. Ibig sabihin, ang value ng x natin dito, sulat ko yung possible value ng x. Negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, and 3. Tignan nyo ha. Okay. How about this? Kung halimbawa, ganito naman yung symbol ko. T is equal to negative 3 less than x less than 3. Ayan, i-compare nyo. Tsaka tignan nyo yung inequality symbol natin. Ang value ng x dyan is negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, and 2. Okay. Pag naman, D is equal to, tignan nyo mabuti, yung symbol. Negative 3 less than x is less than or equal to 3. Yan. Value ng x natin ay negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, isa pa. D, para marami kayong comparison. Is equal to, yung D natin, that is domain, negative 3 equal to x and less than 3. Okay, so value ng x natin is negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, and 2. Okay, try to observe and make a comparison. Tignan nyo mabuti yung mga notation natin. Kapag ka ito, pansinin nyo, ano yung mga value ng x? How about pag ito yung symbol, ano lang yung mga value ng x? Ano masabi? Tignan nyo mabuti.
Sir, kapag po may or equal to, kasali po yung nasa line.
Yes, very good. Tignan nyo mabuti. Look at this. Tignan nyo to. Tignan nyo dito. Ito yung sa huli. Tignan nyo sa huli. Mapapansin nyo dito, ang symbol natin is less than or equal to. Diba? That's why I included 3. Tignan nyo yung sinundan. Ang symbol dito is less than lang. Walang equal to. That's why I not include negative 3. Diba? Dito, ang symbol naman dito, less than or equal to positive 3. That's why I include positive 3. Samantalang dito, walang equal to, hindi ko sinama yung 3. Napansin nyo? Parang dito rin, no? Dito, tignan nyo to. May equal to. May equal to. Kasama yung negative 3 tsaka positive 3. While here, walang equal to, hindi ko sinama yung positive tsaka negative 3. Nakuha nyo?
Yes po.
Okay, so yan. Yan yung importante ng paglalagay natin ng mga symbol. Kasi nga may limit yung ating value ng x dito. May boundary. Finite lang siya, di ba? Hindi siya infinite na katulad nitong merong arrow. Anong ibig sabihin ng arrow? It can extend endlessly. Tama? So, ganun din yung range natin. Yung range natin dito, the same lang din. Papalitan lang natin yung D ng R. Ayan, no? Yung D natin, pinalitan lang natin ng R. Tsaka, yung X such that X natin, ipinalitan natin ng Y such that Y. Nakuha? Yes? Question? Nasusundan ba?
Opo.
Okay, so nandito yan, yung graph. Nandito yan. Ito, the second graph is a circle with radius fixed to 3 units from the graph. The value of x is from negative 3 to positive 3. So may limit siya, hanggang dun lang siya. That's why, ito yung domain natin. Pansinin nyo. X such that x is equal to negative 3. Ang basa dyan, pwede natin basahin dyan ng negative 3 is less than or equal to x, but x is less than or equal to 3. Pwedeng ganun ang basa. Ulitin ko Negative 3 is less than or equal to x, but x is less than or equal to negative 3. O kaya pwede nyo basahin ng ganito, mas madali. X is greater than negative 3, but less than positive 3. Okay. Nasundan ba yung pagbasa na ginawa ko?
Yes po.
Sige, pakiulit nga. Basa.
X is greater than or equal to negative 3, but x is less than or equal to 3.
Tama. Yun, pwedeng ganun. Okay, so yan yung sa circle, ano? O ngayon, pansinin nyo naman dito sa third graph. Sa third graph, may limit din. Ano yung may limit yan? Yung x value o yung y value? Kasi yung arrow natin pataas Diba?
Y po.
Yes, tama. Yung y ang may limit. Bakit? Ito lang siya, hanggang dito lang siya, Yung mga nandito sa baba, hindi nakasali. Hindi nakasali doon sa y value natin. Bakit? Kasi nakalagay doon. That's why, kung ilalagay natin yan, ito yon. The third graph is a parabola. As you observe, the graph can be extended upward. Tignan nyo, pataas lang siya. Yung araw kasi pataas Pero, for any value of x, ano rin siya, yung any value of x, nag-extend din siya, upward, left and right. Kaya belongs to the real number yun. Pero, yung y natin, hindi nakasali yung mas mababa pa sa 0. Limited lang siya. Kaya y is greater than 0. Lahat lang ng mas mataas sa 0. Yung, tingnan nyo, lahat lang ng mas mataas sa 0. Yung negative numbers, hindi na kasali. That's why nakalagay dito, ang range natin is y such that y is greater than or equal to 0 only. Hindi kasama yung negative. Pag sinabi kasi yung real number, kasama yung negative kaya yung positive. Nasundan ba?
Onti, sir.
Ayun tignan nyo. Paano sir kung ang graph natin ay ganito? For example, ang graph natin ay Ba? Ito, yung graph natin. Ayan. Yan yung graph natin. Ayan. Si siyempre, yung range, yung domain natin, domain is equal to x such that x belongs to real number. Bakit? Kasi lahat ng real number. Kasi yung x natin, pa left and right lang. Ito naman, pag in-extend mo, pag ganun yan, pa left and right din yan, parabola yan. Ibig sabihin, lahat ng real number, sasakupin yan. Pero, open downward. Open downward. So, ang limit niya hanggang dito lang. For example, yan lang. Ang limit niya, ano to? 3. Ibig sabihin, ang range natin is equal to y such that y is, dahil downward siya, less than or equal to 3. Nakuha? Nakuha ba?
Yes po.
Yun. Paano pag ang graph natin ay pag ganito? O, pag ganito. Yan. Pag ganyan. Ano ngayon yung may limit? The range or the domain?
Range.
Yung? Yeah. Yung range natin.
Domain po.
Domain. Ayan, o, tignan mo, dito lang siya. Open naman siya, right side. Ibig sabihin, ang domain natin ang may limit. Ibig sabihin, domain is equal to, we're going to write that, domain is equal to x such that x is, ano? Is what? Tingnan nyo ito. -6, tapos mag-open siya ng ganun. Ibig sabihin, greater than or less than?
Less than.
Huh? Ano yung -5? Greater than sa -6 or less than?
Greater than po.
Greater than yun. So, ibig sabihin, greater than or equal to -6. Tapos, yung range naman natin, ang magiging y such that y belongs to real number. Okay? Naintindihan ba? Paano kapag pag ganito? Ano magiging symbol niyan? Greater than or less than? Greater than or less than?
Less than po.
Less than. Kasi ito yung point ngayon, diba? May pagpapunta dito, less than niya kasi papunta siya ng negative numbers. Less than. Okay, tandaan nyo. Ang nagkakaroon lang ng limit natin ay yung, halimbawa, ganito, may limit siya. So, may limit. Kaya ang ating notation yan ay yung ganito. Yung may pagitan. Yung value x. Okay, may question ba doon? Okay, ito na example. Graph f of x is equal to 2x plus. Tandaan ha, we can write that as sa y form, pwede lagyan y is equal to 2x plus 3. So, ibig sabihin, ano yung gagraph yan? Kailangan natin ng ordered pairs. Ito, x. Kasi ito yung y. Tandaan nyo, f of x is also y. Diba? Kaya, yun yung ordered pairs natin. Ito, y dito. Kaya lang, naka-function notation. Kaya f of x nakalagay dyan. So, to graph this, kailangan nyo ng ordered pairs. Ayan. May mga value, nag-assign ng value sa x, tapos nakuha yung mga value ng y. Kaya may mga ordered pairs na. Tapos, i-graph. Ganun lang yun. If you're going to graph the function notation, you need to find ordered pairs. Same as the y form. Kailangan din natin ng ordered pairs. Kasi pares lang naman sila. Okay? Nasundan ba? Okay, alam mo, katulad nito. Use the coordinates. Ito. Okay, maganda to. Kailangan nyo kasing i-recall yung ating slope, yung ating point na slope. May formula tayo na y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Kung marirecall nyo first quarter natin. Yung how to find the equation of a line. So, yan. Re-recall nyo yan. Ito, kasi given the graph of the function, construct the table of values and determine the function. Anong ibig sabihin nun? Determine the function. Hinahanap natin yung equation. Okay. Kaya, gamit ang graph, in-identify natin yung mga points na yan. Ito yun, yung mga ordered pairs na yan. Okay. Ngayon, gagamit tayo ng tinatawag natin points para malaman natin kung ano yung slope. Pag nakuha na natin yung slope, pwede na natin siyang i-replace sa y is equal to mx plus b. Okay. Ano yung b? Y-intercept yan. Tandaan nyo. At ito yung y-intercept natin. Y-intercept. Ngayon, ano yung slope? Ito, kinumpute natin yung slope. Nakuha natin ay negative 1. So, therefore, palit natin. Y is equal to negative 1x plus the y-intercept is 4. So, meron tayo ngayon. Y is equal to negative x plus 4. Yes, ang hinahanap dyan ay function notation. So, palitan natin to ng f of x. F of x equals negative x plus 4. Ayan, nakuha na natin ngayon yung natawag natin function. Ito yan. Okay? So, balikan nyo ulit yung i-recall nyo, first quarter, how to find the slope, gamit yung formula na to. Meron tayo niyan.
May question po.
Yes.
Paano po ulit nakuha yung 4?
Yung 4, ito, kasi di ba, sa ating y-intercept, you let x is equal to 0. So, kung ano yung value ng y, yun yung ating y-intercept. Kasi sa slope-intercept form, yung b natin is the y-intercept. Okay, discuss natin yan, first quarter. Recall yung ating first quarter regarding slope. Okay? Na-discuss natin yan noon. Question? Ayan, no?
Sir, yung negative 1 po, saan po nakuha?
Ito, kinumpute dito. Ginamit yung points na to, itong point na to, at itong point na to. Ito yung ating ordered point 1. Ay, yan yung point 1. Ito yung tinatawag natin x of 1. Ito yung y of 1. Ito yung point 2 natin. Ito yung x of 2. Tsaka x of 1. Tama, x of 2. Tsaka y of 2. Yan. Tapos, na-replace natin sa formula. Ito yung formula natin. Ayan. Naku, first quarter natin yan diniscuss eh. Kalimutan na, no? So, dahil nakalimutan na, you need to recall that. Ayan, no? Pansinin nyo, ito. Solution. Ayan yung solution. Kaya natin nakuha yung negative 1. Okay? Napag-aralan na ba? Kaya meron pang isa kung ayaw nyo mag-compute, di ba? Yung rise overrun. So, yung rise overrun, bibilangin nyo lang. Ano yung rise? Rising ba siya o falling? Falling to, di ba? From left to right, falling. Kaya negative.
Yes,
Negative, tapos bilang ka. Ilang unit nag-fall? 1. So, 1. Tapos, ilang unit tumakbo? 1. So, 1. Negative 1 divided by 1, the answer is negative. O, ayun, nakuha na yung slope. Kung ayaw nyo mag-compute, kung natatandaan nyo, yung rise fall natin, binibilang lang natin kung ano yung slope. O, saan nakuha na yung slope? Negative 1. The same lang ngayon, no? Negative 1. O, kasi nakagraph naman siya, di ba? Nakagraph. Dahil nakagraph siya, pwede kayong magbilang ng rise and fall. Overrun. Kasi yan yung slope natin. Kung natatandaan nyo yan, first quarter. Okay? Okay, learning task 2. Ayan. Oh, look at this. Tignan nyo itong graph na to. Is this a graph of a function or a relation?
Relation, sir.
Relation yan. Okay, bakit? Kasi try natin gumawa ng vertical line. Ayan. Ilang beses siya nag-intersect? Sa dalawa, tatlo. Ibig sabihin, relation lang. Diba? So, yun, no? Hindi lang. Sagutan nyo lang yan, ha? Okay, learning task. Yan, sagutan nyo. Okay, week 5, conditional statement. Okay, so, about conditional statement, so, wait lang. So,
Sir,
yes.
kapag may if at then po, pag if ang simula means conditional po yan. May dalawa din po yung patatandaan. example po, if he said get high score, then get an scholarship. Pwede din po yun if and then.
Tama yun. Yan. Nakakatuwa talaga si Luwil, ano? Nag-a-advance study siya. Okay, so wait lang. So we're going to discuss it a little bit.
Magandang buhay. Muli,
saglit na lang yun.
Mathematics, sama-sama uli tayo tungo sa kalidad. Pero bago yan, intro, pasok!
Like a Hellcat.
Sir, wala po kayong present.
Wala akong present. Okay lang. Very good talaga. Kasi may share ako sa inyo. Okay, so this is the last topic that we're going to discuss today. After this, so kung may tanong, pwede magtanong. And we're going to meet next meet. Okay, may present na ba ako? Okay, may screen na ako.
Meron na po.
So for conditional statements, I want you to watch this video. Take notes all the details. So, at least si Lubil, meron na siyang advanced idea. So, yan.
Isang magandang buhay sa
Okay, makinig mo na.
mga viewers.
Saglit lang
Ako
naman
si
yan.
Roberto Dizon, ang inyong magiging G8 math teacher. For today's lesson, we're going to discuss about how to formulate conditional statement, inverse statement, converse statement, and its contrapositive statement.
Ay, hindi po ako makapag-focus. May kakausap po sa amin.
You are expected to recall reasoning and decision making. Formulate and illustrate the equivalence of contrapositive, converse, and inverse of this statement. Give example of contrapositive, converse, and inverse of this statement. Before that we proceed to our lesson for today, so let us answer this activity. So direction. Complete the statement by supplying the missing word. All you need to do is to understand each of the statement that we have here. For number 1, all dogs are mammals. All mammals have kidneys. Therefore, how are you going to conclude about this statement that we said? Okay, so therefore we can say that all dogs have kidneys. Okay, that's it. If you think the same answer, so well done. Okay, how about this? Filipinos are hospitable. Bonifacio is a Filipino. Therefore, so how are you going to conclude the second statement? So we can say that Bonifacio is hospitable. Bonifacio is hospitable. Okay, so how about number 3? Miguel saw a white swan. Kyle also saw a white swan. So therefore, what conclusion can you give in statement number 3? Okay, so if you say that all swan are white, you are correct. Ayan. So if we're going to complete this statement, Miguel saw a white swan, Kyle also saw a white swan, therefore all swan are white. Okay, so let us answer number 4. Juan and Maria study hard and produce a good life. Therefore, how are you going to conclude this? So, therefore, if you study hard, therefore, if you study hard, you will produce good life. That's it. So let us examine again number one statement. So all dogs are mammals. All mammals have kidneys. Therefore, all dogs have kidneys. And number two, Filipinos are hospitable. Bonifacio is a Filipino. Therefore, Bonifacio is hospitable. Number three, Miguel saw a white swan. Kyle also saw a white swan. Therefore, we can conclude that all swans are white. Number four, white Juan and Maria study hard and produce a good life. Therefore, if you study hard, you will have a good life. So that's it. So what can you say about the activity that we have? How do you find the activity? How do you make your conclusion after that we read each statement? Okay, so all of this falls under reasoning. So what is reasoning? Reasoning is the ability to think logically and analytically. So this is also under how to make a good decision. Okay, so if you are going to observe, statement number one and statement number two are under deductive reasoning. So when we say deductive reasoning, that is arrives at a specific conclusion based on generalization. Meaning, you are going to give a conclusion based on the general idea that we have. And if we're going to study about statement number 3 and number 4, we can say that statement number 3 and number 4 are inductive reasoning. So when we said inductive reasoning, it takes event and make generalization. It involves trying to create general principle by starting with many specific instances. Meaning, so when you said inductive reasoning, that is only an inverse of deductive reasoning. If deductive reasoning is from general to specific, the inductive reasoning is specific to general. So let us now proceed to our lesson for today, which is how to formulate a conditional statement. So what is a conditional statement? So when you said conditional statement, these are formed by combining two statements, P and Q, and by the word if and then. So the if statement is called the hypothesis, and the then statement are called the conclusion. So let us have an example. For example, if it rains, then they will cancel the school. Again, the example is, if it rains, then they will cancel the school. The statement it rains is known as the hypothesis. And the statement that they will cancel the school is known as the conclusion. So meaning, the word it rains is equivalent to what we call P. Okay, so that is the hypothesis. P represent the hypothesis. And then, the word they will cancel the school represent the Q. The Q, which is equivalent to the conclusion. Okay, remember, this is an example of conditional statement that is produced by if and then, which is we have a statement, if it rains, then they will cancel the school. This is an example of a conditional statement. Take note, the hypothesis represent the P values and the conclusion represent the Q values. Now, let us proceed. Okay, how about the converse statement? So when we said converse statement, it is the reverse of the conditional statement. It is formed by interchanging the hypothesis and the conclusion. Again, if we are going to recall, when we said hypothesis, so when we said hypothesis, that is equivalent to P statement. And when we said conclusion, that is equivalent to the Q statement. Do not forget that. So let us now have an example. Here is an example a while ago. We said that if it rains, then they will cancel the school. Now, how are we going to formulate the converse statement of this given statement? Again, as what we said, we're only interchanging the value of the hypothesis and the conclusion. Therefore, we're going to interchange the statement. So, how are we going to do that? If they will cancel this school, then it rains. Okay, so try to observe that. So the P values and the Q values interchange. As what we said, so this is our hypothesis in the converse or the conditional statement which represent the P values. And the word they will cancel the school, the word that they will cancel the school is equivalent to Q values. Therefore, if you are going to interchange the P values and the Q values, so look at the statement that we produce. The converse statement is now, if they will cancel the school, then it rains. That is an example on how to formulate the converse statement of our conditional statement. Okay, how about the inverse statement? So what is the inverse statement? The inverse statement is simply the negation of the hypothesis and the conclusion of the conditional statement. So what do we mean by the word negation? So when we said negation of this statement, all you need to do is to get the negative statement of the given statement. So therefore, negation means you are going to imply the negative statement based on the conditional statement that we have. Example, if it rains, then they will cancel the school. How are you going to make it inverse statement? All you need to do is to put not in the statement. How are we going to do that? For example, if not rains, for example, if it is not raining, it's not rain, then they will not cancel the school. Okay, try to observe. If it's not rain, then they will not cancel the school. If it's not raining, then they will not cancel the school. All we need to do is to pick the word not. Try to observe. So we only put the word not here. So not. And also here. So we put the word not. So that is what we call the negation of the statement, which is we only get the negative statement based on the example that we have. That is an example of the inverse statement. Let us now proceed to the next contrapositive statement. So what is the contrapositive statement? Contrapositive statement is just take the inverse of the converse. Look at that. So when we said the inverse of the converse, we're going to get the example of the converse, which is if they cancel the school, then it rains. That is the converse statement that we did a while ago. How about if we're going to create a contrapositive statement? All you need to do is also putting not, the word not, in the statement. For example, let us put the word not. To make a contrapositive statement, so all you need to do is to put the word not. If they not cancel the school, if they not cancel the school, then it is not raining. It is not raining. So that is an example of a contrapositive statement. So we just get the inverse of the converse statement that we did a while ago. So that's it. That is how to formulate the converse, the inverse, and the contrapositive of the conditional statement, or also known the if and then statement. Okay, so we can summarize all of that in a table, which is in a conditional statement. So we have if P, then Q. So that is the statement that we're going to give in a conditional statement. While in a converse, as you observe, we only interchange. Look at the value of P, which is the value of P is now here, and the value of Q is now here. So that is what we call interchanging the hypothesis and the conclusion. And try to look at the inverse. The inverse follow the conditional statement. But as you observe, when we only put the word not here. So if not P, then not Q. So that is what we call the inverse of the statement. And the contrapositive statement is we just get the inverse of the converse, which is this. So we also put the word not. So we put the word not, which is if not Q. So look at here. This statement here have nothing, or there is no the word not in this statement. While in the contrapositive, there is the word not. So try to observe and examine. You will notice that it followed the condition P and Q, which is interchanging the hypothesis and the negation of the hypothesis and the conclusion, and formulating conditional statement, converse statement, inverse statement, and contrapositive statement. Now, I hope that you learned for our lesson for today, and now you can formulate your statement based on what we discussed for today.
So, pwede. Kasi, ano yung hint na nagbigay sa atin?
Okay, so napanood niyo yung video? Hello?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes
so
po.
if you have question about contrapositive or yung tinatawag natin conditional statement, we're going to continue our lesson next meeting since past 10 na, overtime na tayo, pero okay lang. So next meeting, we're going to explain it further. Okay? So, do you have a question?
Sir,
Yes?
how can you, paano po magagamit yung conditional statement sa mga, sa math ganun?
Sa math, by making problem solving. Okay, magagamit natin.
Sir, pasend na lang po ng link po para sa video po.
Ayun.
Kaya ako sa video po ako eh.
Okay, sige. Sa ano na lang, sa GC na lang. Okay, so that's all for today. So, see you next meeting.
Bye, sir.